Since first appearing on the screen, BTS has stolen the hearts of millions of fans around the world. They are not only known for their amazing music, but also for the strong bond they have with each other. One of the most notable moments in the relationship between BTS members is the interaction between Jimin and Jungkook. The two have always appeared with undeniable chemistry, showing their closeness on various occasions. However, there was one incident that shocked the entire army and the world. What happens when Jimin suddenly collapses in front of Jungkook? What is hidden behind such moments? The morning began as usual, with BTS preparing for rehearsals. But no one could predict the events that would happen in the middle of that exercise. Cameras recording their activities captured a moment that immediately spread widely, sparking an uproar on social media. Jimin, known for his cheerfulness, suddenly falls unconscious in front of Jungkook. This incident not only shocked fans, but also left many questions unanswered. Many have wondered why Jimin could suddenly faint in front of his closest friend. Are there any health problems that have been hidden for so long? Or maybe there are other pressures that are not yet known to the public? In the viral video, Jungkook's reaction seems very emotional, and his anxious expression further muddies the mystery. Fans around the world immediately speculated about what really happened, trying to find clues from what they saw. Of course, events like this will not be separated from the speculation that rocked social media. Some army even began attributing this incident to the mental stress Jimin may have faced, given BTS's hectic schedule. Is it true that Jimin is under more pressure than he seems? Or are there other deeper factors that caused the event? However, what is even more surprising is how this incident actually opens up a new veil of secrets that have never been revealed before. The reaction of the other BTS members, who looked worried and rushed towards Jimin, added to the furor among fans. Was there something going on behind the scenes that made Jimin fall under such conditions? What about Jungkook? How did he feel after seeing his best friend in such a state? Jungkook's emotional reaction further confused fans, who continued to wonder if there was anything more than a physical incident in sight. In the days following the incident, various speculations and theories emerged among BTS fans. Some people began to try to find out if any serious health problems had happened to Jimin. In fact, some suspect that the incident may be related to physical fatigue due to a very busy schedule. However, there are also those who suggest that the incident may have more to do with Jimin's psychological condition, given the pressure he has experienced as a member of such a large group in the eyes of the world. Along with the many rumors circulating, Jimin finally opened his voice and gave an explanation about the incident. Apparently, Jimin revealed that he was feeling very tired and depressed, both physically and emotionally. Sometimes, being under such a huge public spotlight can greatly affect a person's mental state. What may seem like a surprising and tense moment turned out to be a reflection of the tension that had been pinned up in Jimin. In his confession, Jimin also revealed how important the support of Jungkook and the other members who were always by his side during difficult times. Jimin's frankness about what he experienced brought a lot of emotions to his fans. Those who previously felt anxious and confused can now breathe a little relief, knowing that Jimin is not facing any serious problems that are not revealed. However, even though he had given an explanation, there were still many questions left behind. How is Jimin now? Has he fully recovered? What's next for BTS? Jimin is not the only member to have faced physical or emotional challenges in the course of their career. However, this incident opened a wider discussion about the mental health of K-pop idols. In such a harsh and stressful industry, it is important for everyone, including fans, to better understand the struggles that artists may experience. With so much attention paid to this incident, Jimin and BTS have provided an important lesson about the importance of maintaining a balance between work and personal health. For the army, this incident may not have been just another shocking moment caught on camera. It is a reminder that behind the spotlight of the world, there are human beings with struggles and feelings that are often hidden. This moment also shows how important it is to provide support, not only for their achievements, but also for their well-being as individuals. Although Jimin has now returned to his routine, many fans continue to wish him health and happiness. However, will this event have an impact on BTS's career in the future? Will they be more open about the struggles they face, both physically and emotionally? Only time will tell. As fans, do we have enough understanding of what they are going through? Or will we continue to demand more from them without considering what they might face behind the scenes? This is a question that now hangs over many minds. Army. The excitement about Jimin suddenly collapsing in front of Jungkook has not subsided and has only increased doubts among fans. Why? Even though everyone knew how strong the bond between them was, Jungkook seemed so anxious and lost control so quickly. Is it possible that there is something more than just physical fatigue caused by their hectic schedules? ARMY fans were not only shocked by this incident, but also by what they discovered afterwards. Within hours of the incident, wild theories began circulating on social media. Some people dare to say that there is something darker going on in the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook. Some say that this incident is not a mere coincidence. Is Jimin perhaps trying to hide something bigger than the public can accept? Some theories have even suggested that the incident may be an indication of a more serious problem behind the scenes, a crisis in their personal relationship that is invisible to fans. Meanwhile, there are also those who argue that this incident is the impact of the tremendous pressure Jimin experienced over the years. Has Jimin been on the brink all this time? Is this just the culmination of the mental stress he constantly receives? In a K-pop world full of high demands and never-ending expectations, many assume that idols are often pressured to the max, but should this be accepted as part of their careers? If Jimin really fell into a stupor from stress and pressure, what was the true meaning of their success if it made them feel such deep unhappiness? However, the most controversial speculations came from those who felt that this incident was not just about Jimin's health. Some began to wonder if there was something more personal going on behind Jimin's fainting. Could the incident be a manifestation of long-standing tensions between BTS members? Doesn't their relationship always look so close? But is there any chance that their friendship has stood the test of time and pressure coming from outside? Is it possible that there are more hidden conflicts known only to them, which are finally beginning to appear on the surface? Given how busy their schedules are, will the BTS members really be able to keep their true bond of friendship? Of course. There are also those who argue that what happened to Jimin is just a natural physical health problem and has nothing to do with other more profound things. However, in a world that constantly analyzes and breaks down every detail, even the slightest reaction of the body can be considered part of a hidden big story. How can we be so sure that this is just a matter of physical fatigue? What happened to Jimin could be just the tip of the iceberg of a much more complex problem. Even after Jimin gave an explanation of the fatigue and stress he experienced, there were still many unanswered questions, and the answers he gave actually opened up opportunities for greater speculation. Not only that, but what about Jungkook? His reaction, which was so emotional and apparently so devastated by the incident, raised question marks. Is there anything more to worry about than a friend? There could be other layers to Jungkook's feelings that fans don't see. Some have suggested that Jungkook may be struggling with deeper feelings regarding Jimin, possibly due to tensions between them that have yet to be revealed. If something is happening behind the scenes, is this part of their friendship story more complicated than we imagine? Even the question of whether Jungkook is hiding more complex feelings towards Jimin comes up. Does he feel too much pressure to maintain a perfect image as a best friend? Is there room for them to be more than just friends in this spotlight-filled world? This incident, while it looks like an unexpected physical accident, has the potential to open a new chapter in BTS's more controversial and conflicted story. No one knows for sure what is going on behind the scenes, and even if we are given an explanation of the incident, what actually happened is still full of uncertainty and room for further speculation. Jimin and Jungkook are always the center of attention, but do we, as fans, really know what happens in their lives off stage? This shocking moment just shows how fragile the seemingly perfect world is out there. BTS may seem like an unwavering group, but like the rest of us, they are also human beings with feelings and boundaries that can be influenced by things unseen by the outside world. This incident is a reminder that behind the glitter of the spotlight, there is a reality that fans often cannot reach, and perhaps more mysteries that have yet to be revealed. Are we really ready to know their whole story, or will we continue to be trapped in illusions about their perfect life? All these questions are certainly still hanging, and only time can tell us the true answers. For now, BTS fans can only wait and hope that Jimin will make a full recovery soon. However, does that mean that everything will return to the way it was before? Or will it open the door to a larger conflict that has been hidden? The next surprises will surely continue to haunt us, and no one can predict what will happen on the next trip. After the incident, speculation grew, and there were no signs that ARMY fans would stop digging deeper into what really happened to Jimin. There are many things that have not yet been explained, and this raises great doubts among those who have been following BTS's journey for a long time. Many are beginning to question, is this just a coincidence, or maybe something bigger and darker than just physical exhaustion? Why did Jimin, who seemed to always appear so strong and energetic, suddenly fall in front of Jungkook, who seemed to be so devastated? Some of the more critical fans began to raise questions regarding the mental state of the BTS members. Given how tight their schedules are, it's undeniable that the pressure they face can be overwhelming. Some people begin to feel that it's not just about the physical, but also the mental. If Jimin really suffered from the consequences of severe stress, would BTS, who have been on the cusp of global success, not have to pay more attention to their mental health? Have they really supported each other all this time, or is there something hidden behind their friendship that looks so close and perfect on camera? There were also those who began to question the relationship between BTS members. Although always praised for their bonds of friendship, there may be cracks that have been hidden from the public. Is it possible that the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook, often seen as so close, is actually affected by a more complicated dynamic? Some fans even ask the question further. Are Jimin and Jungkook actually in a more difficult situation than we imagined? It could be that there were unexpressed feelings buried between the two of them, and this incident was the culmination of tensions that had accumulated over the years. Not only that, some voices in cyberspace began to call that this incident could be a reminder of the price an idol has to pay to maintain a perfect image. In the entertainment world, especially in K-pop, perfection is a thing that must be maintained, even if it means sacrificing personal happiness. Many have begun to voice concerns that idols, despite being seen as strong and full of energy, are often denied the space to be mere mortals who can feel fatigue and pressure. Perhaps, this incident is the moment that forces us to take a deeper look at what is happening behind the scenes and how it affects their well-being. BTS as a group, so focused on the achievements and expectations of the outside world that they neglect the personal needs and mental health of each of its members? This is an inevitable question after seeing an incident like this. What's really going on behind the scenes? Can we really consider everything that is seen in public as reality without questioning what is happening behind closed doors? Many fans felt that they were given only a cursory picture of the lives of these idols, and they were forced to guess what was really going on. Also, it cannot be ignored that a situation like this has the potential to unlock more mysteries. What happened after this incident? How did the BTS members respond to this incident in silence? Perhaps this is the beginning of big changes to come, both for Jimin and for BTS as a whole. If Jimin really experienced such great pressure, what next steps would their management take? Will this affect their schedule going forward? It could be a signal that there are bigger problems to deal with, and that the K-pop world needs to pay more attention to the mental health aspect of its idols. Not only that, this incident also raises big questions about what really happened in Jimin and Jungkook's relationship after the incident. Is it just a matter of chance, or is there more going on behind what we see? Jungkook's visibly emotional and anxious reaction signals that there may be more personal things connecting the two of them, which fans can't fully understand. Given how important their roles are in BTS, many assume that Jungkook's reaction shows how deeply they feel for each other, not just as friends, but perhaps also as individuals who take care of each other in a more personal way. However, there were also fans who were uncomfortable with the whole growing speculation. Are we too quick to judge and analyze their every move? Are we as fans too deeply into their personal lives, trying to understand more than what we should know? Granted, we live in a world that always wants to know more, but is this going too far? Some fans suggest more respect for the personal space of their idols, who may already be quite open with their lives in front of the public. However, at the same time, they also feel that we have a right to understand what is happening behind the scenes, given how close the relationship between BTS and ARMY is. In the end, what happened to Jimin and Jungkook is something that will continue to be the subject of conversation, both among fans and the media. This incident, although it seemed like a dramatic moment that only lasted a moment, could have left a greater long-term impact on the course of their careers. Fans are constantly digging for information, looking for clues, and trying to understand more deeply what is really happening, because they know that there are more stories that have not yet been told. After all, the entertainment world, especially involving BTS, is always full of unexpected surprises. This incident, perhaps only the beginning of a new chapter that will open even more mysteries, with all the speculation and theories circulating. One thing is certain, this incident reminds us that even though idols seem unshakable, they are still human beings with struggles, feelings, and burdens that are not always visible on the surface. Are we, as fans, ready to accept this reality and provide more meaningful support? Or will we continue to be trapped in the illusions we create about them? Only time will tell the answer, and until that time comes, we will continue to wait and wonder.